Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. And in this video, we're going to discuss the possibility of the megastar in LA Knight. Yeah, winning this year's Money in the Bank. I know it's a little while away, we've got to wait until what, July the 1st until the Money in the Bank? There's me pretending like I don't know. Of course it's July the 1st, I'm going to be there, it's going to be in my home country. It's going to be in the O2 Arena in London, England, and I cannot wait. And I know, of course, on time of recording this video, there are actually only 3 participants officially included in this match, in Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, and of course LA Knight. There will be more added, and of course there will be more speculation, more theories, more predictions in regards to who's going to win. But I'm going flat out in saying, even before these participants have entered, that LA Knight should win this year's Money in the Bank. And here are the reasons why. Now, leading into the Bray Wyatt feud, not a lot of WWE fans knew that much about LA Knight. All they'd seen really, unless you'd watched NXT, was the version originally that we saw on the main event roster of LA Knight playing Max Dupree. And of course he was part of this Maximum Male Models gimmick. And it was frustrating to watch because people like myself who knew a lot about LA Knight way before WWE as well were frustrated because they knew how much potential he had and he just wasn't able to showcase it. Now all of that changed in the Bray Wyatt feud. LA Knight carried a vast amount of elements of that feud with Bray Wyatt and made the feud what it became. And he got exposure and he gradually started to get over. He started to get pops even as a heel act. And he certainly more than held his own against Bray Wyatt in that feud throughout the entirety of it. Of course, they worked a lot of dark matches together, a lot of Bray Wyatt matches that go under the radar. When people say that Bray Wyatt didn't wrestle, he wrestled a lot off TV. And so it kind of showed what LA Knight could do to the fans that didn't know a lot about him. And if you don't know still to this day about LA Knight, he's so charismatic. He's fantastic in the ring. He's got a great physique. He's just got that it factor. Every promo he cuts is gold. Watch him if you haven't watched him. Check him out. What is all the hype about? Just go and watch the dude. Like, he smashes it. He's like a combination of The Rock and Mr. Kennedy. Do you remember him way back when? He gives me Mr. Kennedy vibes for some reason. And of course that's a nice parallel with Money in the Bank as well, I suppose. But he's someone, as a heel act, that would be this irritating chaser for a face champion. But the way LA Knight has been booked, his character presentation, this cocky, brash, arrogant heel, which you kind of hate, but you can't help but love him and cheer him. And that's exactly what's happening. WWE are having to pipe in boos with fake crowd noises because he's getting so over. Most of the fans love him. He's getting like face reactions. And that can be a little bit of a problem going into Money in the Bank. I always feel that going into Money in the Bank, it's better to have a heel champion. I think way back when Edge won the Money in the Bank and then cashed it in, of course, on John Cena, I believe it was. Was it New Year's resolution? My brain's going a bit foggy, I swear it was then. And it got massive heat when Seth Rollins did the heist of the century at WrestleMania 31. Of course, cashed in the Money in the Bank on Roman Reigns in the triple threat match that it then become with Brock Lesnar, of course, in that as well. And it got a massive pop. Like, hate or love Seth Rollins at the time, it got in massive heel heat. Now, this is the problem with LA Knight. He's so immensely popular. It's like, do you want to go all in and have him win the Money in the Bank? You get a massive reaction. I know us UK fans are just going to buzz for LA Knight. Like, they really are. And then you're kind of going to be like, where do they go now? Now, he could, of course, challenge Roman Reigns. That could be potentially where they go. But I like the idea of LA Knight holding the briefcase for some time. Literally, he could hold it for an entire year and you just hear him going around bragging about how he's the Money in the Bank briefcase winner. Now, here's why I don't think they're going to hold back on this, and there's a strong chance that LA Knight could win. He's 40 years old, so he's no spring chicken, let's not lie about it, and he's a veteran. I mean, you can go all the way back to 2015. He was working alongside Drew Galloway, aka Drew McIntyre, in TNA as part of a stable called The Rising when he was Eli Drake. And you can already see back then, he's cutting very similar promos to what he does now. Even in the catchphrase, "Let me talk to you." He used to say that way back when. He's a brushed, polished, ready-made act. At 40 years old, do you really want to wait that much longer to pull the trigger on an act that's already red hot with the fans as well? And that is the reason why I believe they're going to go all in with LA Knight, and it's going to be a massive success. And he's going to turn into that megastar that he says he is. And I really, truly believe that this is the best way to book LA Knight. WWE, listen to the fans. And I tell you what, if it's not LA Knight, the victor of this year's Money in the Bank, there probably are going to be some boos. Because many fans feel that it's LA Knight's time. And I truly believe it is. What do you think? Get down in the comment section. Join the discussion. Do you think LA Knight should be crowned this year's Money in the Bank briefcase winner? Also, we can't conclude this video without discussing the possibility that Bray Wyatt could be returned into the fold in a rivalry with LA Knight again, a reignited rivalry. We did see, after all, before Bray Wyatt disappeared off WWE television, the Bray Wyatt logo in the background of an LA Knight segment post-feud as well, post-Royal Rumble. So will they revisit that? Will he feud with Bobby Lashley and they reignite that feud that seemed to be started just before WrestleMania? So many questions, but you can't rule off Bray Wyatt when you talk about LA Knight. Imagine if Bray Wyatt came back and cost LA Knight the briefcase. Just saying. Thank you so much for watching the video. As always, be very much appreciated if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. And we'll catch you in the next one.